So Nintendo released like a news article or whatever saying basically Nintendo Switch games coming in 2025. And I kind of wanted to talk about that. You can tell in the image there are four main titles coming out in 2025 from Nintendo, and technically possibly one more, but it's not in the image. Because you can see from left and right, there's Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Obviously, that's coming out this month. It's going to come out January, I think, 16th. And that's the most recent one. And then the following three, I don't think they even have. Xenoblade Chronicles X does have a release date, that being March 20th. Yeah, the second game, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Following that, there's Pokemon ZA Legends and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Obviously, those do not have any set release date, but at least we can see here that those are being slated for this year. So it could be possible that we are going to be shown those. And to just showcase the rest of the games that the news article was talking about, it's showing Donkey Kong. This game called Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist for January as well. I don't know what it is. Guilty Gear for January 23rd. Hello Kitty Island Adventure, best game. I'm kidding. January 30th though. Sid Meier's Civilization 7, February 6th. Decent game to get. Then there's Tomb Raider. I think that is 4 through 6 remastered for February. So really nothing. The most exciting thing would be Civilization 7 on February 6th. Following that was Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then the Tales of the Shrine, a Lord of the Game, Tales of the Shrine, a Lord of the Rings game for March 25th. Interesting. Followed by that, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time for April 2025. I know this was I'm pretty sure this was one of the ones that was mentioned in one of the previous Nintendo Directs, which is fine. There's a new Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, for autumn 2025, so not even a specific month or anything. Then followed by Pokemon Legends ZA and Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, just 2025. There's also Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, which was not in the picture, also for 2025. I feel like that is likely. Then some other ones, Capcom Fighting Collection 2, that's okay, that's whatever. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake, which, I mean, I like that it's the HD 2D remake, but it's probably still not something super cool to be announcing. Like, it's not gonna be a whole... Well, we don't even know if it's coming out this year for sure. It probably is. But for Nintendo published games, there is currently 5. There's Donkey Kong, January. Xenoblade for March, which leaves February open. And that just leaves 9 months to work with, and we're going to be assuming at some point Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Professor Layton are going to be coming out at some point this year, right? But that leaves out a decent amount of months, right? There is January, February, currently drawing this out, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November, October. I messed that up. October, November, December, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have a game for January. We have a game for March. And I feel like these 3 games, Pokemon Legends, Metroid Prime 4, Professor Layton, they could be end-of-year games. If we go based on when Pokemon Legends Arceus was announced or released, that was actually in January 28th, but it was also an odd year, because usually, I swear, they always publish them on November. So I'm going to say Pokemon Legends is likely a November game. and it might be the only Nintendo game, not the only Nintendo game, the only Pokemon game we're getting the year. I wouldn't be surprised about that. And because I think they would be looking at the negative take on all the previous Pokemon games, and they might actually be wanting to give the next generation more time. Metroid Prime, who knows, that could probably take December, and then if they're still coming out this year. And then Layton, I feel like it could be October, who knows. But that's meaning that if we're putting these 3 games at the very end of the year, that leaves April, May, June, July, August, September with sort of nothing. And I say this because I'm curious what games are going to be coming out for the Switch 2. Which is why I was going to take a look at the Nintendo Switch release trailer. You know, the very old one. The very first one that actually revealed multiple games for us that were coming. So, with the trailer, right off the bat, it started showing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You know, because that was the major game, the release title for the console. And yeah, I mean, it was amazing to see. So there's, no matter what, whatever month the Switch comes out on, it has to have some decent game to come along with it. The only game that we currently know of that I think could possibly be in the level of Breath of the Wild to be showcased in the trailer would be Metroid Prime 4. And maybe that's why all the delays. Maybe they really wanted it to come out at the same time. But then again, also, I don't think Metroid would be, like, it's not as big as, say, Mario or Metroid. Well, not Metroid. No, it's not as big as, say, as Mario or Zelda. And it probably wouldn't be big enough. Anyway, in the trailer, it's also followed by Skyrim, which isn't a Nintendo published title, but I also wanted to cover that. Because most likely, in the trailer itself, they're also going to want to showcase a major third-party game. Now, what could it be? We surprisingly still don't have GTA 5 on the Switch, and I honestly think we might get GTA 5, a port for it, on the Switch. It can either be that, or I'm thinking it's very likely that it would be a Bethesda game, so who knows, Fallout, something. If not, I really doubt that it's going to be Elden Ring, but I keep on seeing people make mock-ups of the Elden Ring box art and the Switch. I doubt that it'd be Elden Ring, but there's a chance. I'm just saying that there has to be some big third-party title coming out around the launch. Because honestly, I do not think that Dragon Quest 1-2 HD2 Remake makes the cut. Maybe people think it does, but I don't think so. And I don't think Civilization 7 also makes the cut. Following that though, there's Mario Kart. Obviously, a lot of the leaks have actually been saying it's going to launch with Mario Kart 9, which I think that's probably the most likely case. It probably is going to launch with Mario Kart 9 if they can't get any other game. But I think that they have to have some single-player experience for the title alongside it. Like, I don't think it should only be the multiplayer kart racing game that the Switch comes out with, right? They did showcase many multiplayer games though, like right after Mario Kart 8, it's the basketball game, whichever one that one is, I don't know, NBA 2K, whatever. And then they showcased Mario Odyssey. Like, this was the first time that we had seen Mario Odyssey at all, if I'm remembering correctly. And they just revealed it to us here. No name, no information, to be honest. And it still didn't come out for a couple months. If I check the release date, it came out October. The Switch was announced, well, I don't know when it was announced, but it was launched in March. The reveal trailer was actually October, so there was a whole year in between the showcase, the reveal, Mario being launched, and for the actual console coming out, it was October, November, December. 6 months, so half a year for the Switch 1 to come out, and another half a year for the actual Mario game to come out. And do I think it's going to take 6 months for the Nintendo Switch 2 to launch after this reveal trailer, whenever it's going to be? I honestly don't think so. I think that there's going to be a lot less time between trailer and release. But, you know, it's Nintendo. You can never guess correctly. 4 is just speculation sake. Let's say the reveal trailer is going to be in January. If it is the 6-month window, the Switch is going to come out June. And with it, Mario Kart does make sense. I think Mario Kart would be a good title. In the reveal trailer for the original Switch, there was also Splatoon 2. Do I think there's going to be a Splatoon 2 for this? Obviously now we've actually done Splatoon 3. So mainly what matters is, do I think there's going to be a Splatoon 3 port? There's like, not really a port, they're just going to showcase the same Splatoon 3 again? Or are they going to be making a Splatoon 4? That's kind of the question there. And I feel like that's kind of a tough question. If we look at the previous ones, Splatoon 2, the release date was July 21st, 2017. So that means it was 2 months between the release date. And then Splatoon 3 came out September of 2022. That's 5 years, right? It feels like it wasn't as long, but the gap between 2017 and 2022 is 5 years. Has it been 5 years since Splatoon 3 came out? No, it's barely been 3. So honestly, I don't think we're seeing a Splatoon 4. Especially since Splatoon 3 has been getting multiple DLC, and like, they were kind of recent. So I don't think there's going to be a Splatoon 3. I think we're going to wait an entire year before seeing Splatoon 4. So if the trailer shows anything Splatoon related, it's going to be just Splatoon 3, but for the Switch 2. Either way, we already have a multiplayer game, Mario Kart 9. It makes sense. If we finish up the trailer, to see if it's anything. No, that was it. The last thing that they showcased was that. So I'm still saying that what we're missing is 2 big games, 2 big single player games. And maybe not, actually. Let me think about it. Zelda is like the more adult, I guess, the more difficult game compared to Mario Odyssey. And Mario Odyssey is the more family-friendly game. If I want to make any correlation, 6 months after June is December. And I'm here speculating Metroid Prime 4 or December. So really, that can basically be the equivalent of Mario Odyssey releasing that month. So all we need to find is the Zelda launch title. And I don't think it's going to be Zelda. I think we just got Echoes of Wisdom pretty early on, and they're, you know, they've been doing a Zelda game each year, but I don't think it's going to be anything big. If anything, it's going to be a port, remaster. I doubt it. But I think there could be that next Mario game that we've all been asking for. Cause like, it has been how long since Mario Odyssey again? It released on October 27th of 2017. Let's say 2018, 19. 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. 7 years, if I even counted that correctly. 7 years. The only thing you can say that maybe got in the way was Bowser's Fury, right? From 3D World. I misspelled Bowser's Fury. And then Bowser's Fury came out February of 2021. So from 2017 to 2021, that is 4 years. And from 2021 to now, it's been 4 years. And also, Bowser's Fury was only an additional mode, a short additional mode, to the already made game of 3D World. 3D World only got some slight changes, but they didn't make a new game. They made a new, like, demo, but not a full new game. So could I see a Mario game coming out? I actually do think so. When did Mario Kart 8 Deluxe come out? It came out April 28th of 2017. You had to wait a whole month after the Nintendo Switch's release to play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So we'll say Mario Kart 9 is going to release with the Switch on June. July, we'll be seeing the Mario game. Whatever Mario game it is, we're going to be seeing it then. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months after the reveal trailer, if they show it off. 7 more months to work on the game. Similar to how there was, well, I guess that was a year between the release trailer and Mario coming out. But there's been a long time in between. That still leaves out April, May. I guess that is the question. Do we see anything in April and May? If I'm saying that the Switch is going to come out in June, Xenoblade Chronicles is scheduled for March, do we see anything in April and May? I'm not sure. Lastly though, what is gonna take up August and September? Do I think we need a game? I definitely think we need some sort of game in between them. So we have Mario Kart 9. We have a Mario game. Then we have Layton, which I don't think is that big of a game. So it's basically just a filler month. Pokemon, giant game. And Metroid, it'll be great to see it, but it's not as giant as, you know, as you wish. Oh, how I hope that there would be a chance for an ARMS 2. But I really doubt it. I really doubt it. It's very unlikely that there's going to be an ARMS 2. But I would really like one. Okay, I found a good image that kind of showcases this really well. So when the first Switch came out, in March we saw Breath of the Wild. Great. 1-2 Switch doesn't count. Snipper Clips Plus doesn't count. Following April, you see Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That is our Mario Kart 9. But I think that in this case, the Breath of the Wild and the Mario Kart 8 are going to be swapped. We're going to be starting with the Mario Kart 9 and the Mario game for July. Following May, there was an empty month. Then you see June with ARMS. It was a new IP. And July, you saw Splatoon 2. August, Flip Wars doesn't count. I'm not counting that. September, you saw Pokken Tournament DX. Yeah, okay, that was a port, but sure. In October, you see Super Mario Odyssey and Fire Emblem Warriors. Fire Emblem Warriors, you know, it's whatever. In November was empty. December, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's okay. January, you saw nothing. February, you saw Bayonetta 1 and 2 getting re-released. No, honestly, I'm still leaning towards Peyton does not count. I'm sorry, did I say Peyton? Layton. I'm saying that one's not big enough to really matter. But it takes up the October month fully. I think we get a new IP or an ARMS 2 September. It'll be similar to the Switch one. We're 3 months after we got a new IP in ARMS. In this case, it would be 4 months after we got ARMS. Or whatever it is. And... yeah. I'm gonna put at least some new IP or multiplayer game for September. In October takes the mystery game. November takes Pokemon, which Pokemon is, you know, it's Pokemon. And December takes Metroid to round out the year. Do I think that's enough? Technically, if I wanted to make a whole year loop, you would still have January, February, March, April, and May of the next year to work in with before the actual console is 1 year old. Which honestly, by then, I think we have to get a Zelda something. Zelda... what month feels good for Zelda? Honestly, I'm thinking February, I don't know why. But we have to get a Zelda game, I think. And if I'm... I feel like it has to be a port or a remaster of it. And if I consider this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 8 months out of the 12 months of the Switch's release were filled up. Currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's gonna be one more game. If they want to at least have around the same amount of games that they had, you need one more game before May. Good question. In all likelihood, it's gonna be a Mario Sports title. I'm not gonna lie. Mario Sports title, April. That's my guess. Why do I think that? Just feels right. Or a Nintendo Switch Sports 2. A Nintendo Switch Resort. I feel like that's likely. Honestly, with a launch title like, or with a launch lineup like this, why are we okay with this? Honestly, if we got an actual Mario 3D, a 3D Mario title soon after the Switch comes out, I'm already super happy with that. I would get it. I would care more about the Mario launch title than Mario Kart 9. However, I know that so many people are gonna want that Mario Kart 9. So it's fair to say that that could be the launch title. So yeah. That's where I'm gonna stand. January, we're gonna get Donkey Kong. March, Xenoblade X. We wait until June for the Switch 2 with Mario Kart 9. Followed in July with the Mario game. September for a new IP or multiplayer game. October comes out Layton, assuming these don't get delayed. October Layton, November Pokemon, December Metroid. January has nothing, and then February has the Zelda port or remaster, and April gives us a Mario sports title, some sports title, Nintendo Switch Resort, something like that, into May. And then that would be the year of the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, this is just me rambling, but you know, that's what I'm thinking. At least it's my guess for the rest of the year. Do I think I'm going to be right at all? Definitely not. I know I'm not going to get a single thing right, besides the things that are facts. Like that Donkey Kong is coming out January 16th, because I can't get that wrong. But yeah, that's all. We'll see what happens.